You ever spend an hour studying, feel pretty good about it, and then the next morning your brain acts like none of it ever happened? Yeah, that feeling is frustrating. You sit there staring at a question thinking, wait, I literally studied this, and somehow the information just disappears. If that sounds familiar, you're definitely not lazy. And honestly, you're probably not bad at studying either. Most people just use a method that feels productive, but doesn't actually stick. Think about what studying usually looks like. You open your notes, read a chapter, highlight a few lines, maybe reread the same page again because it feels important. And in the moment, it kind of feels like progress. Like, okay, I'm getting this, but here's the weird part. Your brain is actually pretty bad at remembering things you only recognize. Recognition feels like memory, but it's not the same thing. You can look at a page and think, oh yeah, I know this. Then the test comes,
blank. Honestly, this surprised me when I first learned it. The problem usually isn't learning, it's recalling. And that changes everything. Because the students who seem to remember things better, most of them aren't studying longer, they're testing themselves more. That's the whole idea behind something called studying in loops, or what a lot of people call the recall loop. It's simple. Learn, test, check, repeat. That's it. No fancy system. No impossible routine, just a small shift in how you study. Let's break it down.
The first step is learn. This part is pretty normal. Read the chapter, watch the lecture, understand the concept. But here's the catch. Don't stay here too long. A lot of people accidentally get stuck in learning mode. They reread notes over and over because it feels safe. And honestly, I get it. Testing yourself feels uncomfortable. You notice what you don't know. Nobody loves that feeling. But now here's the key part. The moment you struggle to remember something, that's usually when learning actually starts. So after learning for a bit, move to step 2, test. Close the notes. Seriously, close them. Then ask yourself, what do I actually remember? You don't have to make it complicated. Try explaining the idea out loud. Write down everything you remember. Quiz yourself. Even just asking, okay, what were the 3 main ideas? Works. And yes, at first it feels messy. You'll forget stuff. Your brain might feel weirdly empty. That's normal. Actually, that's kind of the point. Most people avoid this uncomfortable moment. Top students lean into it because every time your brain tries to pull information back out, it gets stronger. Think about this for a second. If you wanted to get better at basketball, you wouldn't just watch videos of someone shooting. You'd actually practice shooting. Memory works kind of the same way. Reading is helpful, but recalling is practice. Then comes step 3, check. This part matters more than people think. Go back to your notes and compare. What did you miss? What did you almost remember? What did you completely misunderstand? No judgment here. This isn't about proving how smart you are. It's just feedback. Honestly, one of the biggest mindset shifts for studying is realizing mistakes are useful. Like, weirdly useful. Every forgotten detail points to exactly what needs more attention. Instead of guessing what to study again, now you actually know. And then comes the last step. Repeat. Not endlessly. Just enough. Learn a little, test yourself, check mistakes, repeat the loop. That's where retention starts improving. And here's something most people miss. Short study loops usually work better than giant marathon sessions. You know those nights where you sit for 5 straight hours and somehow remember almost nothing? Yeah, your brain gets tired. But smaller loops, those hit differently. Maybe 20 focused minutes learning, 5 minutes testing, quick review, then repeat. It feels lighter, less overwhelming too. And weirdly enough, you often remember more. I had a friend in college who used to reread everything before exams. Like everything. Color-coded notes, endless highlighting. Looked super productive. But he'd panic during tests because information disappeared under pressure. Then he switched one habit. Instead of rereading, he started asking himself questions after every study session. Tiny change, big difference. Not overnight, but enough to notice. Less panic, better recall, more confidence. That's the thing about memory. Most people think forgetting means failure. It doesn't. Forgetting is feedback. Let that sink in. The moment you struggle to remember something isn't proof you're bad at studying. It's proof your brain is practicing. And honestly, that feels way less discouraging. So if studying lately has felt frustrating, maybe don't study harder. Study in loops. Learn, test, check, repeat. Simple. Not perfect, just effective. And maybe tonight, instead of rereading the same page 3 times, close your notes for a second and ask yourself one question. What do I actually remember? You might be surprised by how much changes from that one small shift. If this helped, try it during your next study session and just notice the difference. Small shifts add up, sometimes faster than you think. If this video helped, let me know in the comments. I genuinely love to hear what study habit you're working on right now. And if you think someone else could use this reminder, share it with them. You can subscribe to Small Shift if you want more calm, practical ideas to make studying feel a little easier.